food. I believe Jesus was a foodie. I believe I'm like Jesus broke bread, and it was a good sourdough. I just
Well, Jen, you are a big deal in the world of Christianity, at least in our world, because you're a part
Worship leading.
of worship leading revolution that's happened over at Bethel. And, Bethel has just grown. I mean, you are a local church
yes.
that's doing some amazing things and taking on things that other churches just don't even want to touch, trying to change the community, trying to change the environment, all the different areas of influence in the world. And somehow you found time to write a book in the midst of your business about how to not be so busy. So something must have worked. So talk to us about your book, because a lot of worship leaders are out there, I think, just doing what you've done, which is trying to reach everybody. And
Yeah,
they
and
end
still
up.
have some sort of like life
Yes.
and family and home and
So tell us your secrets. Tell us.
Oh, it's a juggle. I'll tell you a secret. It's a juggle. There's no balance. Balance is an elusive perfectionism nonsense dream. So it's a juggle. And I'm just so thankful for the Holy Spirit because He
Yeah.
leads us and guides us. He makes things possible and makes a way where there is no way. Like writing a book for me was a dream for a really long time, but just never a green light to do it from God. And He's so funny and sneaky because He gave me the green light, and I jumped in with my book contract and actually started it the month before COVID shut the war down. No idea that that was coming. So I'm so thankful that I followed the lead. So even though it didn't make sense, my Noah's Ark, it didn't make sense. I'm just so glad that I followed him to start the process. So bang, right when COVID shut down, I was in. And so it was sorry about that. The rest of the world, maybe I don't know if I'll put the world down so I can write the book, but he'll work with any hand he's given.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just had this window of time, and we actually also had started the adoption process right before as well. So we got matched with a baby. So I wrote
Wow.
the book and we had a baby. It was this perfect little window of time in that 10 months to do it. And the book's a coffee table book. So it's got over 200 pictures of
oh,
everything I love, our friends, our family, food, health, nature, you name it, it's in this book. My husband looking like a stud in a treehouse. I mean, you name it, it's in this book. So, but just so passionate about kind of the main four things in the book are home, heart, hospitality, and health. And so just four things I'm really passionate about. So yeah, it was wild, and I'm just so thankful that God kind of sneaked that little window of time for me to do it, but learned a lot. I'm already in second revision mode. With COVID, I didn't get to proof the book, so it just came out. And so as a person of excellence, I won't say perfection, there are definitely revisions in the works, but I'm really happy with it. And just to hear the feedback of people, how much it's touching people and helping them, just makes me like so stoked.
so how did you write it? Did you like have somebody that like kind of walked you through it, or did you just like jump in and be like, okay, how are we going to do this, Lord?
I have a theme in my life, and it's called "Get as much help as you can get everywhere." That's my next book title. Get
help.
literally. It's just it takes a team really to do anything in life, especially big things or multiple big things. But I had so many people help me in this book, and the list is very long. I hope I included all of them in this, but yeah, I had help with ghostwriting and just kind of even processing my thoughts to narrow down what I wanted to write about. At first, I was thinking about calling the book At the Table, and because it's so much about, Jesus gathered with people at tables, and he valued
Yes, he did.
in homes and eating good food. I believe Jesus was a foodie. I believe so. I want to put a shirt that says that. But I think that is a good model for us, and just really powerful. The community aspect, the fact that Jesus had 12 disciples and not 400. He spoke to the multitudes, but he had a close group of friends, but he was there for. Jesus wept. Jesus was emotional, and he felt things that his friends felt. I love that. And then he healed them, but he felt it first. He was there for And I think that's our call as the church. It's not to just go to church. It's to be the church. It's to be the kingdom more importantly. And I'm a church girl. I love the church. I love community, but there's really power in it, that connectedness, that tucking in and serving something bigger than yourself. Carrie Job and I were talking one time about how the people in our lives that were flourishing that we knew, every single one of them had a common thread, and it was that they were serving local churches. They were under leadership, they were connected, they were planted. Those who are planted in the house of the Lord flourish. It's kind of in the Bible, so, good idea. But yeah, so anyway, all the things.
It's good. I would say Jesus is a foodie. I mean, he ate twice after he resurrected from the dead. So
thank you. I'm like, Jesus broke bread, and it was a good sourdough. I just guarantee you it had. God bless bread.
He liked fish too. He ate fish twice. So after
Michelin star vibes, 100%.
Yeah, there you go. New restaurant opportunity.
Most people. I love Jesus, and then food, and then people. I wish it was people first, but this is working because it's food.
Well, people make the food, so those guys are special too. That's awesome.
Yeah. Wow.
So was it weird having people come and take photos like of your house and you and like your husband in the tree house? I mean, was it just like, how did you even go about presenting like, hey, this is our life?
Well, I have a really secret weapon, and that is the fact that my photographer is my best friend in the world. So that's what made it fun. We've been best friends for 15 years, and she's a professional wedding photographer and all things photographer. Food was a new venture for us because photographing food is flipping, and people cheat. So we like a commercial where there's like pancakes. They put toothpicks and cardboard. Okay, there's no cardboard or any kind of toothpick in my food pictures. They are organically shot. We ate everything that we made, and we just had a heck of a time. Like when you're pouring root beer into a thing to get the froth looking so nice, we were, what the heck? How? We just figured it out. Dish soap. They flip and put dish soap to make the foam in those commercials look good. So
and they use like spray paint and like all kinds of stuff.
A lot of plastic. And,
we didn't, so I'm proud. But the way we got through it was, the photos that you see, there's iPhone photos in this book. It's not, there's really beautiful photos. And then there's just photos that we took from our iPhone. There's a childhood photo of the 70s of me when photography was terrible, So again, like, there's imperfection in this book, and it's not all professional photos, even though Heather's a professional photographer. It's real life. It's sometimes beautiful, and it's sometimes there's like a half blurry photo, but you just feel drawn into the picture. So again, just that spirit of excellence. Excellence is really only excellent if it's authentic, right? So like, I just cried my eyes off in a prayer meeting with Bethel Music before I walked into these interviews, and kind of still look like it. I just off the underneath of my eyes, and here we are, but so I love beauty, and I love excellence and all the things, but perfectionism is a joke. That's only Jesus. That's perfect. So I think authenticity is a huge thing, that real, raw, vulnerable, honest, those are huge things that matter to Jesus.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate it because, for all of us that are trying to serve God and don't measure up to what maybe the perspective or the perfection that we thought we were trying to reach. It's so, I guess, refreshing to hear honesty and just be like, look, we're all people trying to search.
Exactly. Some just have more concealer under their eyes.
Exactly.
Well, thanks so much. So everybody out there, go check it out. It's available on Amazon and anywhere probably books are sold. I saw you got an audio book. You got a CD. You selling it on CDs. I mean, come on.
I don't even know. It's out there. It's at Target. That's fun. I'm like, hey. This is just a whole new world for me. So it's everywhere books are sold. That's what they tell me. So I don't know what that even means.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's good to see you again.
Yeah.
Best of luck to y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.